See if we get anybody in here. Try and bring it up on my tablet as well. There we go. Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right. So today we're gonna make some art. Let's see. I got some white, some black, some yellow, some orange, and I can't even see that. Some red. Of course, a little bit of clear. So let's see what we can make with all this. I'm gonna try and probably do something that I've done before, or at least similar to what I've done before. So, gotta get in the zone, see what we got going on here. Clean off our canvas, make sure there ain't no excess dust or anything on there. I'm working with a 16 by 20 piece of canvas, and I think it's pre-primed twice. So, let's see. Let's start with a little yellow. No, let's start with a little yellow. And make sure we get it all shaken up nice. And then I've also got a palette knife here that I use to scrape off, I don't know if y'all can really see it, but scrape off that little bit of paint that's on the cap, just so we don't have any issues with the paint coming out weird or anything, spittering out. I'm just gonna shake the crap out of it. And then I'm gonna spray over to the side, like off over here, so that you just test it, make sure everything works out fine. That seems to be good. So first, I'm gonna come in here and just do a little circle right here of yellow. Alright, I got some yellow down. I think I got a cap on the orange. No, I don't. So I'm just going to steal the cap off of that one. Because if the cap works fine, it'll work for multiple different paints. I'm again, shake the crap out of this orange. I did pre-shake them a little bit, but you never know. It is kind of cold out here, so they probably need to be shaken up a little bit more than normal. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to again come around that. Make sure it's spraying nice. I'm going to come around this and just add some orange around it. See, the cap's not the cleanest. You can see a little bit of overspray there, but oh well. Alright, I'd say that looks good. And I do believe I have a cap on the red one. No, I don't. See, yeah. Caps get clogged so easy. So, I'm always finding one that works and then using it for all of my paints. Most of them. I mean, the clear I don't always do. I hope this stream's working out fine. Looks fine on my end. Alright. Again, we want to spray off to the side and make sure it's spraying nice. And then we'll come in and again create another little ring. And we'll make this one just a little bit thicker than the orange and the yellow. I'm just doing light burst because this is 2X paint, ultra cover, so it goes on pretty thick. And I just want to point out, no, I'm not wearing a mask, but I do have a fan right over that way that is blowing air right across here and catching it on the other end of the porch. So I'm not smelling a thing right now. So don't worry about that, but you should always wear a mask, always. I'm gonna get the top side of the canvas there. All right, get a little bit thicker right in there. All right, so now we want to take our white. I want to again scrape the cap off to make sure I don't have any excess paint that's getting in the way from spraying, getting in the way of the nozzle there. I'm gonna shake my white up some. I'm gonna put a little white right there in the center. Ooh, that white sprays out real. You'll see. Well, maybe you won't see as much. It splatters a lot because this cap isn't the best. All right, that looks good there. I'm gonna take this black and do the same thing, scrape the cap off. Make sure I don't have any paint interfering, any dried paint interfering with anything. All right, shake the crap out of it. This one's gonna be splittery and splattery too, but oh well. I need to get some new caps is what it comes down to. I'm just gonna go around the edge. I don't know if I'm gonna fill everything in black just yet, but that's essentially the idea. No reason not to get the edges, I guess. And if you notice when I'm spraying, I'm kind of spraying this way. I'm spraying away from the colors I've already painted. See right here, you can kind of see how it went up, like the overspray got caught by the air and went up that way. That's not a super big problem here. But I do want to be careful when I go here, so I'm going to be spraying mostly down to get the side of the canvas here mainly. I don't want to be too terribly close, because then you just get it on super thick. And we don't want that. All right. Looks kind of neat, huh? So far. Maybe we'll take some more of this red again. Just to kind of get rid of a little bit of that black that got on it. All right, now we're going to take our clear. And the reason we're going to use clear right now is I want to do some texturing on this. I'm going to take some newspaper here. And I'm just gonna crumble up this newspaper. I'll crumble it up and set it to the side for right now. I'm gonna take this clear. Again, I'm gonna shake the crap out of it. Well, I'm gonna take this clear and I'm gonna cover over everything here. I'm gonna get it wet. That's basically what this clear does, this gloss clear, is it re-wets the paint, if that makes sense. So it makes it easier to work with, I guess. Re-wets it so it's like fresh paint put on there. Because this in the center, this yellow and this orange, is dried a lot by now. So what we want to do is, actually, I want to take a little bit more black, I think. Yeah, I want to take a little bit more black and just kind of, don't go over the yellow and the white area. I know I sprayed red here to get rid of this that was oversprayed on it, but if you get a little on the yellow, it's not a big deal. We mainly want to avoid the white in the center. Alright, we're going to take our clear, we're going to cover over all of this. And as soon as we get it covered over, we're going to take our newspaper and we're going to spread it over it, and we're going to do some textures on it. Let's get this clear on here. I'm going around the edges because the edges aren't as important right now. It's mainly the center area. So I'm doing them first, so if it dries a little, it dries a little. Alright. Make sure them fumes kind of go on. I'm going to take this newspaper and I'm pretty much going to set it over the top of it and see how well this works. Set it down on it, and then we're going to kind of just press it in. Not too terribly much. And I'm going to take just about from the center. I'm going to take my palette knife and just kind of draw some squiggly lines going out from the center there. And let's see what that did. Alright, that looks kind of cool. I like that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my palette knife and kind of, well, I don't know. I think I like how that looks. I don't know. I think that looks cool. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear coat this. You know what? No. I'm going to do a little spurt. I'm going to do a little spurt of white right here in the center. There, that works. Alright. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Y'all can't see very many textures on that. I'll have to get a close-up after all this. Maybe do a video of it, a separate video, because that looks pretty cool, I think. Again, I'm just going to take my clear, and first I'm going to work on the edges and get the sides here clear coated. Just a little protective coating on them. top of all of it. Not super thick, because you don't want to get it on too thick, because then it'll start, I don't know, some areas will be too glossy, other areas will be kind of almost matte looking, even though you're using a glossy spray paint. Yeah, you see some artists, and don't get me wrong, I'm not critiquing them at all, but you see some artists that when they do their clear, sometimes they'll take 2 cans and they just constantly just spray all over it like that. And I've found, for me at least, with the spray paint I use, that that's not always the best thing, because sometimes the clear coat will go on real thick and it'll start crackling in areas, and that's, you're not going to have a good time if you do that, man. This area over here, I'm trying to get a little bit glossier than it is. Again, like some areas you'll have where it'll be real high gloss, and then other areas it's just not. Alright, so I'm gonna make sure I get a little bit of extra gloss right down here in this corner, because now I'm going to sign it with my palette knife here. Make sure we don't have anything on the edge of it. I'm going to take and sign it right here. Boom. Wipe my palette knife off over on the edge over here. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of more clear coat over where I just signed at. Not too much, because then it'll, like, the signature will start, like the paint will start collapsing on itself, I guess. I mean, it's kind of happening right here with my 3 already. So 1, 2, 3. And I actually broke my palette knife when I just cleaned it off. Look at that. Well, so can you see that? That's flat on the end there. Whoops! I did have a little wooden dowel about the size of a pencil that I just put in the pencil sharpener and sharpened up. I was using that for signing, but I lost it somewhere. I don't know. It's around here. Alright, that looks cool. I'm getting down at different angles to get the light behind it just right. I mean, y'all can see the light like right here. I have my softbox light right there, so it's not the best spot for it to get that, not get that glare on it, but it works for right now. I mainly needed it so that y'all could see me. I wasn't just a black silhouette. Alright. Yeah, I'm getting down to make sure I got a nice clear coat on there. I think I got a little bit extra I could put right there. Alright, so that's what we got. Like I said, it's still wet, so I'm not going to try and pick it up and show it closer to the camera. This camera probably can't pick up any better quality anyway. So I'm going to do a separate video, and I'm going to show y'all what this looks like up close. Show y'all a little bit of these details. It was a relatively simple one. I just like looking at these paintings. Yeah, it was a relatively simple one, but it was pretty fun. My signatures just slowly disappear in there. See if I can fix that. Alright, yeah. I hope y'all enjoy. This has been fun for me. I like it. It's a little chilly out here though. Alright, y'all take it easy and have a good one. I'll get a better video of this recorded up and show y'all what it really looks like. Alright, y'all take it easy.